Hello students, hello everyone. Here we are with one more interesting question from your chapter surface area and volume. And see children, I am expecting these kind of questions to repeat in upcoming CBSE board exam. So please make sure you note down each and every steps and try to understand what I'm explaining and practice it after you look at the session again, so that if it repeats in the board exam, you should be able to score full in your board exams and you should be able to solve these type of questions quickly. Let's try to read the question and let's try to understand what is given here. Shown below is a cake that Subodh is baking for his brother's birthday. The cake is 21 centimeter tall and has a radius of 15 centimeter. So let's note down height. So you can see it's in the form of a cylinder. So height of the cylinder is 21 centimeter and they have given the radius of the cake, the radius of the cylindrical part here. So radius of the base is 15 centimeter. Yes. He wants to surprise his brother by filling gems inside the cake. So he wants to take out a cylindrical portion and fill it with gems. In order to do that, he removes a cylindrical portion of the cake out of the center. So he has removed a cylindrical part of the cake out of the center. The piece that is removed is 21 centimeter tall. So even we have one more cylinder which is removed here. You can see this is hollow now because he needs to fill in the gems inside. So even if I am taking two different cylinders, my H1 is also 21, my H2 is also 21 centimeter because they have given it here. R1 is 15 centimeter, but R2 looks smaller than 15 centimeter, correct? Because it is taken from inside. So this, if we consider as a larger cylinder, this is a smaller cylinder. Now, if the cake weighs 0.5 gram per cubic centimeter, so how do we note it down? 0.5 gram per cubic centimeter. So 1 cubic centimeter is 0.5 gram. Remember this, children, this is very important for us, okay? And the weight of the cake that is left after removing the central portion is 6,600 grams. The weight of the cake after removing the central portion. That means volume of the larger cylinder minus volume of the smaller cylinder is not given. They have given mass. But we know 0.5 gram of cake is for 1 centimeter cube of volume, right? 1 centimeter cube of volume weighs 0.5 gram of mass. That means if they have given 6,600 grams divided by 0.5 will give us the volume of larger cylinder minus volume of smaller cylinder. Yes, children, are you able to relate the question now? They have given us volume indirectly here. They have given the mass of the remaining part of the cake and they have given 1 centimeter cube weighs 0.5 gram. Now it's easy for us to find the volume of the remaining portion of the cake. How do you find volume of the remaining portion of the cake? Volume of the remaining portion of the cake is what, children? And it is given as 6,600 grams. But we know that 1 centimeter cube is 0.5 gram. So if 1 centimeter cube is 0.5 gram, what is the volume occupied by 6,600 grams? Cross multiply. Yes. So you will get 6,600 by 0.5. which you can also write it as 6,600 into 2. Why, children? 0.5 is 1 by 2, 2 goes to the numerator. Yes. So what do we get here? 13200 centimeter cube. So cubic centimeter, we'll write cc here. This is the volume of the remaining part of the cake. Yes. Now what is the volume? V can be written as, see children, you know that we have two cylinders. One is a larger cylinder, one more is a smaller cylinder. So let's concentrate on this picture here. Volume of this cylinder is pi R1 square into H1. So pi R1 square into H1 minus volume of the smaller cylinder, height is same. So pi R2 square into H1, because height of both the cylinder, the inner and the outer cylinder is same. In that case, this volume is given directly to us. So let's use that to calculate. So we will write 13200 centimeter cube is equal to, and you can see children here, since radius is not same, height is same, pi H1 can be taken common. So I will write 22 by 7 and they have given us the value of H1, 21 multiplied with R1 square minus R2 square, and R1 is already given to us. So let's write R1 square minus R2 square. The next step I'll substitute. Let's take the terms to the other side. So 13200 into 7 divided by 22 into 21 is equal to 15 square minus R2 square. Now here, children, it's easy to simplify because you know these are multiples. 22 6 times is 132, correct? 26 times is 120, 2 6 times is 12, so 132. So put 2 zeros here. Yes. And 7 3 times is 21, 3 200 times, correct? So we got 200 is equal to 225 minus R2 square. So you can easily write R2 square is equal to 225 minus 200, which is nothing but 25. So what is R2, children? You discard the negative because we only take positive here. So your R2 is 5 centimeters. So you got the radius. They have asked us, find out the radius of the central portion of the cake that is cut. Central portion that is cut. So radius of the central portion of the cylinder that is cut is 5 centimeters. This is how you solve these type of questions. Again, I'm stressing out, children, you can expect these kind of questions in your board exam this year. So please make sure you practice all these questions step by step, so that if you get this question, you should be in a position to solve it with less possible time.